Islam, 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 peace, peace, greetings to you all. Sheikway L, a.k.a. Lord Abba, a.k.a. Mr. Just, the facts. Boy, oh boy, boy, oh boy. Drama, 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 drama. Conscious community, right? And please, everybody, share this. Hit the share button. Hit the share button. I think this is an important topic, and I kind of want to get into this. And I want to talk about this thing that's going on with the conscious community. I'm connected to it, so it's not like, you know, I'm separate from it, even though I don't participate in it in that way, shape, form, or fashion. For me, there's no money to be made off of it. For me, it's all about reaching my people to bring them together. But I'm going to get into that later. Islam, everybody, Islam. I want to start by saying that I rise giving all praise to Allah, the highest of honors to his holy and divine prophet, Noble Drew Ali. I extend those honors to the harbinger and forerunner, Marcus Mosiah Garvey. I extend honors to all true and divine prophets. I extend honors to all of the freedom fighters who were sent to us in the West. And I extend honors to you all, for when man honors man, he honors his father, God, Allah. Islam. Now, I woke up to a series of videos today, and some of these videos were posted a few days ago. Red pill, basically. Red pill and blue pill, twins. They're giving their opinion on Brother Polight and Seti and young Pharaoh, etc., etc. Now, I get disturbed by the niggerisms, the Negro mentality that this whole thing embodies, that's supposed to be consciousness, right? So as I'm listening to Red Pill basically admonish Brother Polight, the first thing I'm thinking about is Know the Ledge media, right? And all of the people that's been on Know the Ledge. Because really, I've heard the same things about Phil Valentine, heard the same things about Bobby Hemmett, dudes selling these types of, I don't know if you want to call them herbal remedies. Like, I've heard some stuff over the years. I've heard some stuff. Taj Tariq Bey with his sovereign citizen nonsense. Sister Corin Gaines asking the police for a delegation of authority order, something that's strewn throughout many of Taj Tariq Bey's lectures. Now, you know, my thing was, everybody needs to be called out. Even you got to call yourself out. So let me say that if I am complicit in any way, I call myself out. I owe the people an apology if I am complicit in any way, but let my record speak for me. Sarnetta just did a show about 3 weeks ago called Should We Bring the Debates Back? I dip in every once in a blue, check out some of the conversations, what's going on, in hopes that I can find a good intellectual discourse that I can listen to. Because you can't really do that in the conscious community. Peace, peace, Islam, everybody. Now, Sarnetta gave me a shout out. And I didn't hear it. I dipped in, but I dipped back out. And one of my brothers hit me up and said, Sarnetta gave me a shout out. And he said that as he was speaking about the debates, he said this. He said, I want to give a shout out to Lord Abba, because to come to think about it, and I'm paraphrasing because this is a third-hand retelling of it from somebody that told it to me secondhand. Now, he said, during the debates, as a matter of a fact, Lord Abba was the only one that wasn't acting like a savage. And this is for all those that say, like Sarnetta asked Brother Tahaka. He said, what is it? What problem do you have with Brother Lord Abba? Oh, I don't like Lord Abba's approach. Well, what's my approach? Give me an example. They can never give me an example. in order for me to correct myself, if you're going to give me an admonishment, whether it be a harsh admonishment or a friendly admonishment, I must receive it. And I must look within and I must ask myself as a Muslim, right? Is this person right? Because that's what we're instructed to do. It's all about correcting ourselves. Now, when my brother relayed that to me, that Sarnetta said that, I said, okay, that's what it is. A Muslim. I don't have a light switch that I flip on and I'm a Muslim and I say, well, I'm not speaking in representation of Prophet Noble Drew Ali in the Moorish Science Temple of America when I was with the Moorish Science Temple of America. I'm speaking as Lord Abba right now. So I could talk raunchy, greasy, I can slander you and no, there's no light switch. Our lessons teach us about a symbolic rite that gets introduced that washes the sins of man. It's a symbolic ritual of washing away the past so that you can don new garbs and be a new you moving forward, a new righteous you, a new righteous you. This Negroism, this niggerism that we see. Let's go all the way back to Pharaoh and Seti. Let's go back. And honest, I got my thing propped up so I can't really see the chat like that. Honest to everybody. I mean, even your critiques are welcome. Y'all know me. Now, Pharaoh and Seti came out, fire-breathing dragon, right? It's cursing, screaming, mother effer, B-I-T-C-H. I don't use profanities no more, especially in public. I gotta get pretty mad. I mean, I have to get pretty mad to use a profanity, and you never hear it in public. In fact, you would have to go back to like 2009 to hear me using profanities on a YouTube or a radio show, because it's the instructions that I was given as a Muslim, where it says, I got people, shout out to my brother Keem, I see him in the chat right now, I work with in Athens. Not just did work with we worked at Caterpillar together, but we did charity work in the community. Like we went and fed the homeless and clothed the homeless. We went out into the streets. We walked into the woods, stuff that y'all never hear me brag or talk about because I don't have to. Why? Because that's real work. This stuff that you see on Facebook and YouTube is virtual reality. It's not real. It's like putting the Samsung thing right here and you're living your experiences through this virtual reality. So now people can become their inner monsters and they can create fake profiles and come on your threads and curse you out and do all of the craziness, etc., etc. Now let me get back to my point. Pharaoh and Seti came on the scene, fire-breathing dragon. Cursing everybody out, cursing, screaming, mother F you this and mother F that. And if nobody wasn't with the Kemetic school of Amun Ra, RBG, Black Power, Hotep, yada, 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 mother F them. And that was cool because it brought ratings. It touched the inner beast within us. And that inner beast was something that was produced by the neighborhoods that we grew up in. And we understand that, but when we're trying to attain to a certain level of consciousness, right? You talk about the pineal gland and all of this chakra and melanin, etc., etc., etc. That brother should have been put in his place a long time ago, but yet, that was 2007, 2008, it's 2017, and the brother still is like that. Still like that. So I gotta say to brother Red Pill and Blue Pill, you're complicit. You're complicit. Sarnetta, complicit. Polight, complicit. Let's get to Polight. Polight comes on the scene, right? And says, I can move. I'm going to do a lecture where I'm going to move things, move objects with my mind. These are the monsters that the monsters produced. And it's deeper than just this conscious community and this virtual reality show that we have right now. Because the true generals, the true G's in this, they don't really get no respect. Whoever could bring the YouTube views, oh, those are the people that get respect. But we're going to get into all of that. Now, the brother comes on, and he got a couple cats standing there holding like some crystals that they swinging from a swing. I mean, a little chain. And he's standing there looking at it, just like my tassel is moving. The brothers is slightly swinging the crystal on the chain, and this is him moving the objects with his mind, and this is how he gets put on. Young Pharaoh, the newest member in this raucous, so-called conscious community, right? He comes on the scene talking about astral projection. You know, I'm like this. Our lessons teach us that man must be the message that he brings. So if I'm going to talk to you about astral projections, give me your number. I'm going to project right into your living room, and then I'm going to dip back all the way back to Georgia. Like, let's demonstrate your message. Demonstrate your measure so that people will know that you're real. Move stones. My brother Ali Bey said move stones. Okay, like demonstrate your measure. If I say I'm going to move stones, I'm going to sit some stones on the ground, not on a table so it can have some, I'm going to sit them on the ground, and I'm going to use my mind and move those stones across the ground. They use bait and switch tactics. They use bait and, yeah, they brought that, beloved. They brought that, Brother Worley. Bait and switch tactics. Now, these are the faces of consciousness. Now they can diss religion. They can put out atheistic videos all of a sudden, but they can't answer up one simple question that I keep asking over and over again. Name a time that we as a people didn't have a religion. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. Now I look at this drama that's going on, and I look at everybody that is complicit in giving rise to these people. Because then on top of that, somebody put out a video going at the red pills and blue pill. Talk about people been ordering copper and spoons or whatever it looked like, twisted up spoons. And then it's like a carousel of information. I mean, a carousel of exposés. And it doesn't stop. It keeps going and going and going and going and going. Last week, I called Sarnetta. He was doing the show. I called into the show. Malcolm X. He said Young Pharaoh this, Malcolm X. See, I'm not trying to get on the just go at the Young Pharaoh thing. Young Pharaoh made some claims that he should be able to back up or admit that he was wrong. I've done it in the public. I've done it in the public. I'm going to get to that too. Now, I said, Sarnetta, because when I speak, I try to speak solutions. I try to catch myself from veering too far into what people want me to become or want me to speak about so that I can get to the solutions. And I always try to remain solution-based. So we start talking about Malcolm X. I said, well, you know, it's cute. I'm paraphrasing what I said, to have parades and marches and all of these things. But how about we get together and use our power that we have under the 10th Amendment, the power of the people, right? And we petition the government. We try to get 1 million signatures nationwide, which would be simple, easy to do. I said we can launch it right here from Sarnetta TV. This will be the platform and the basis to get 1 million signatures so that we can make Malcolm X's birthday a federal holiday. He's one of the most revered, recognized, and critically acclaimed figures in American history. Point blank, period. You can't get around that. Can't get around it. So Sarnetta, you know, as I was going in, Sarnetta was like, yeah, that's great, Brother Abba. Yo, that's a good idea, yada, yada, yada. You know, we chopping it up. I said, I'll take the lead on it under one condition. I said it twice, maybe even 3 times. That somebody, I said, because there's people in your audience right now, in your comment section, live comments. All they do is come to talk smack, call people pseudo. If you're going to call me pseudo, prove it. But we'll get to that too. I said, I just want one person in your audience to reach out to me. One. And then I'll start on the drafting of the legislation that we will propose as a citizens initiative on the federal level. And I'll start the petition and all. Not one person reached out to me since I did that. You know why? Because the people are not about solutions. These people are about the drama show. And that's it. I bet these the same people that go and watch all the reality TV shows that they claim that is taking our people backwards. They right there watching all of that stuff. They're right there. Let me speak about myself. Let me speak about myself. March 23rd, I put out a paper called Moors, Moabites, and Berbers. Are these names and people historically synonymous? Analyzing the historical, biblical, and archaeological records. That joint got like 300-400 views. That was March 23rd, 300-400 views. Now on academia.edu. And it was scholarship. It was research. Research done in a chronological fashion to show that what Noble Drew Ali brought was right and exact. There's no guesswork. All of the things that we thought was wrong, well, that he brought historically in this paper, I debunk those things. I debunk those claims. Why do I bring this up? We let these people come into this, what's known as conscious community, right? They come on. They have nothing of value really to bring. I listen to Shaka Akmos. I can't play these dudes on like sometimes I just want to sit on the couch, relax, and cast to my big screen TV, right? See what's going on YouTube. I would love to listen to my brothers. I would love to listen to them. How do I not curse around my own children? They know what happened to them if they curse. You know, my children are very well reared. And then I put you on, and you cursing like a raving lunatic, talking about how they got this from the white man and they got that from the... Where did you get the cursing from? Where did you get it from? You sound like a savage. And yet, I got a video up. Right? And this is so sad. I had to think about this before I actually put the title. The title of the video is Islamic Scholar Destroys Young Pharaoh, Ankh, Seti, Shaka Atmos, etc., on Islam and slavery. I did that for a reason. I contemplated on a minute. I said, when I put these people's names in this video, it's going to serve two purposes. Number one, the views are going to go up, which is the second purpose. I want people to see the video so they can know that the preconceived notions that they've been running with from European Christian polemicists that was copied by their Afrocentric scholars is false. And the second one was to show and prove that the controversy is what sells. Period. So I had to make the title that. Go look at the views. It's like 20,000 views. Look at the rest of my more recent videos. Most of them haven't even cracked 1,000 views. Why? Because I had to put a controversial title. This is what we have become. We have become mere brutes. And Sonetta, Red Pill, Blue Pill, Polight, Sarah Suit and Seti, Young Pharaoh, more recently, like, yo, all of y'all are complicit. All of y'all. And if I am, again, let me stress, if I am complicit in any way, shape, form, or fashion, I stand here and take the responsibility for it. Because I'm not hearing that. When the pills went at Polight did a video going back at the pills. But he went at them, calling them placebo pills and sugar pills and ecstasy pills. So it was no resolution to the information because nobody wants to take responsibility for their actions. And it is a fatal flaw not within humans in general. But when you live in a system that deals with, and you hear me speak about this all the time, existentialism, the practice of individualism, this is what you're going to get. This is why these brothers, you hear them say, I'm not no temple Moor. If they affiliate or associate with the Moors in any way, or I'm not a part of no organization, or I'm not in any religion. Why? Because America affords them the right to give them the belief that they live outside of the box, not knowing that they are living in a box that was created by some Europeans. My bad, a bee just flew in here, and I ain't trying to get stung. But, you know, like, so now we see why this thing goes the way that it goes. We have individuals catering to individuals, and that's it. That's it. So you get a community of 1,000, 2,000 individuals, or 30 or 40,000 individuals that say, I'm not trying to be a part of anything. What did the great Marcus Garvey, our harbinger and forerunner, the prophet Noble Drew Ali, as we recognize him, state? He said, this organization is the greatest enemy of the Negro. I was on them shows with Sanet. I told him, Red Pill, and Know the Ledge Media, and Sonetta and the House of Consciousness, y'all need to merge. Y'all need to merge into one platform, pull y'all money together, create a cable network. Now we can bring consciousness to the world. And what would that have done? That would have forced us to act right. But at the end of the day, cats don't really want to act right. Dudes want to beat their chest with all this bravado. And this is supposed to be consciousness. And you hear these cats just talking greasy all the time. I sit there and laugh. Like, cause I know me. I'm not going to let nobody talk to me that way. Point blank, period. But my question is, why, if this is consciousness, if this is intellectualism, what in the world are you talking like that for? In the aforementioned video with the Islamic scholar, Bilal Ware, Professor Rudolph Ware, he changed his name to Bilal Ware. He's being interviewed by, I believe it is one of the curators, I hope I'm using the right word, of the Schomburg. Now, people came on my video and commented, young Pharaoh cult followers. They came on a video and commented that the brother sound white. I had to cut it off because he sound white. So now you go back and you listen to young Pharaoh, right? You go back and you hear this brother, mother effer this. I'll slap you. I hope you die. I hope your kids die. Whatever these guys is talking about on their videos, I come across this stuff all the time. And that's acceptable. That's acceptable. But you hear a brother that's speaking intellectually with good diction and he talks white and you can't listen to anymore. We are so backwards thinking as a people. I was watching my brother Red Pill today. And when he was talking about his accomplishments, what was he saying? Cocksucker this and cocksucker that. Like, that's not intellectualism. That's not consciousness. That's not consciousness, beloved. And if I got to call you on it, because I'm a part of it. Point blank, period. And if you don't like it, you could do a rebuttal. Just keep it intellectual, because I'm not disrespecting nobody. I'm telling you all what it is. This is what it is. This is why we're not going anywhere. Montana. There was I think a congressional record or a Senate race. A congressional race or a Senate race in Montana. One of the guys running beat up a reporter. He was a Donald Trump follower. All right? He got elected anyway. His agenda was the same as Donald Trump's. So that violent fervor that Donald Trump brought with him, that he created, it is spreading to those people, to those extreme right-wing people. The French elections, if I ask most of you, if I go on Sonetta channel right now and I quiz, right? Let's just say we went live and we had callers call in. And I quizzed them about the French elections, for instance. And why? Why was the French elections important? We live in the United States of America. I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet my left pinky. I'm willing to bet my left pinky that 9 out of 10 of those people wouldn't know about the French elections or why it is important to American politics. Now, the election was between Le Pen, this woman, and this other guy's name, I'm drawing a blank right now. Le Pen is an extremist. Donald Trump supported her the whole way. The whole way. But she didn't get elected. The other guy got elected. So this is vital in understanding. So we got Donald Trump supporting these extreme right-wing, quote-unquote, white supremacist factions, not here in the United States of America, but worldwide, and they're all gathering Ku Klux Klan members, people who are built up off of a doctrine of hatred, have band together as one. All of them got behind Donald Trump. And we making videos slandering each other, talking about we gonna kill each other's children, letting cats come into the community that we claim that we love and scheme them out of their money, and then give them a platform, and then protect them, and then don't ever give them or put them in a position to apologize to the people. And then when somebody does put them in the position to apologize, the person never owns up for their own actions, right? Then on top of that, you come to find out some people got other claims on the person that's making the claim against somebody else that they was jerking people. And you trying to tell me that this is consciousness? You're trying to tell me that this is a community? You see, cats don't want no real generals around them. Point blank, period. They don't want no real generals around them. They want them guys that pretty much caters to their individualistic needs. Oh, we don't want to deal with Islam. Why? Tell me why. Oh, because it's this and it's that. Okay, so now let's have a debate. What's going on, brother? Let's have a debate and let's have a discussion on it. No, I don't want to have a discussion on it. I want to believe what I want to believe. How would you know if what you have is the truth? How would you know? You think these debates that have been going on over there for so long, those are not debates. Those are, we going to stack the audience with the people who we believe in, and we're going to cheer the loudest and laugh at that individual's jokes. And that is going to determine the outcome of the debate, not the information. It's getting sickening. It's getting sickening because, you know, I got a daughter that's about to be 21. I got young sons, you know, people that's looking at this conscious thing. And, you know, they hit me up. They ask me questions. Got a lot of people that Macron. Thank you, brother. Andre Carter, the French. He's the French president now, Macron. I can't really see the comments. Let me take this thing off of here so I can see what's going on. I'm too stingy and cheap to buy myself one of them car mounts. It is what it is. But not stingy, cheap. I don't have a stingy bone in my body. But stingy to myself. Let me put it like that. So now, right, we got all of this beef going on. So what the side groups are doing, and dudes that's trying to get their YouTube channels up, what they're trying to do now is they're jumping on it. So now we're seeing dozens and dozens and dozens of videos coming out about this, and it's sad. There's no solutions. So again, I offer the solution. What is the solution? We need to gather together as a political unit. Y'all never see me proselytizing. Although I feel that I might as well, because this thing ain't going nowhere. The consciousness ain't taking you anywhere. These guys are not taking you anywhere. Let's face it. Let's be honest. So if I say let's gather together politically, they're going to say, you think we're going to get somewhere in this white man system? I say, come, let me show you example. Then I provide example after example after example. They come up with another excuse. They come up with it. Oh, black people ain't going to vote anyway. Let's start our own city. Oh, they're going to do to our city what they did to Black Wall Street. So it's like everything that's done or anything that you propose as a solution, right? It gets shot down every single time by people that only want to get entertained by live streams, period. It's just, it is what it is, man. And we got to call it for what it is. So the onus is on every last one of us to step up and do something productive. If you want to know what our ancestors did on this land to garner power, they used politics. Martin Luther King was a genius. Martin Luther King Jr. was a genius. Bring up Martin Luther King Jr. name. Cats going to start talking about boule and side chicks. Well, why is that important? The man moved the needle for us, didn't he? Isn't that more important than anything else? You want to harp on his personal life? And that's what all this thing, what this whole thing is about. Let's just say I was a crackhead 10 years ago, right? And they went and they dug up my past. That would be the basis. This is how they would counter my facts. Yo, that brother was smoking crack 10 years ago. He was a crackhead. Why do I gotta listen to him? And this is the basis of the conscious community. It's unconscious. It's unconsciousness. These people think like brutes. I like to call them intellectual, articulate savages. That's all they are. They haven't proven anything. Go watch the comment sections when they're doing these live streams. Go look at the videos. I'm apt to believe that there's some type of CIA disinformation agents that sit there waiting for every live stream that disagree with everybody. There's people, I watch them chats. There's people, I see the same profiles. They disagree with everybody that come on the channel. I'm like, what does this person believe? They don't have no profile pictures, nothing. Like, we're not vetting. We don't care. We're trying to get YouTube views. We're trying to get YouTube checks. Nobody cares about the information anymore. It's sad, man. And I just wanted to give my 2 cents. We need to gather together politically. How do you stop what's going on with this YouTube garbage? Easy. Easy. Pull your resources together and let's try to get a cable news network. The conscious cable news network. How does that sound? Doesn't that sound good? CNN? Something. We're going to keep doing this? We're going to keep talking about each other's mothers and, oh, come on, man. This is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. Look, I'm going to download this video from Facebook. I'm going to upload it to YouTube. Leave your comments here. Leave your comments in the YouTube section. I'm all about solutions. Y'all heard me mention that earlier. If it's not about solutions, what is it about? At the end of the day, the cats that's going at each other are nothing more than the monsters that the monsters produced. And that's for everybody. Red Pill, Blue Pill, Sarnetta, Sarasuit Seti, Polight, Young Pharaoh, Ankh, myself, all of us. Every last one of us. Point blank period. Every last one of us. So, I'm not going to be too much longer. I said what I had to say. I try my best not to get into the circus of this whole thing. But somebody has to come in and speak reason into the air. And again, I want to say this. Because I started off by saying this, and I got a lot of new viewers since. Sarnetta did a show called Should I Bring the Debates Back? Or something like that, about 3 weeks ago. In that show, he spoke about the savage nature of the audience and how the participants of the debates, the opponents, talk so savage about each other. But one of the things that Sarnetta did was gave me a shout out. He said, and by the way, I want to give a shout out to Brother Lord Abba, because Brother Lord Abba is one of the only brothers that came and did a debate and never talked any of that savageness. That's not what I do. I'm a Muslim, and I can defend my Islam. I can defend the history of Islam. I can defend the Quran. I can defend the Circle 7. I can defend the teachings of Noble Drew Ali. And those people know it. So what they try to do is they try to box me out because them cats don't want the truth. They want to keep individualism going. Again, y'all hear me mention this all the time. Go back and watch the documentary called The Century of the Self, and you'll see how we've all been duped, man. All of us into promoting this individual existentialism. And this is what it's all about. Catering to your individual will and your individual need without ever having to come together for any real common cause or any real purposes whatsoever. This is a digression. This is not progressive. This is the antithesis of forward movement. This is backwards movement. This is the movement of retrograde. Point blank period. This conscious community, as it's called, is a community in retrograde. Let's keep it real with each other. If you don't like what I'm saying, pick out the parts that's not real or not true. Because like I said, my character speaks for itself. Go back and find me using profanities. Find me slandering a man. I got cats in the Morris Science Temple of America that's got YouTubes up right now. Morris World TV. 2 hours just slandering me, making up stuff. I don't turn my Muslim off and on. I'm a Muslim from the time I wake up. I'm a Muslim in my dreams. I'm a Muslim when I go to sleep. I'm a Muslim when I move through the day. And the people that's been around me in my part of Georgia, they can attest to my character. Point blank, period. This is not a personage that you see. I am not here giving you virtual reality. I am a real dude made of flesh and blood and brawn. And I'm wherever you call me at. Wherever you call me to, if I could get there, I'm there. Point blank, period. So with that, I just want to say, look, it's time for real generals to step up. Y'all dudes been playing games for too long, and our people going backwards. Y'all not doing nothing to help anybody. Y'all not doing anything to progress this community whatsoever. And those of you that's really trying to build, get up with me. Just get up. I mean, why stay in that nonsense? Like I said, my track record speaks for me. I'm not looking for followers. I'm looking for leaders. That's the difference between me and everybody else. I'll do the video real quick. Everybody come on the channel. I'm challenging young Pharaoh. You trying to get your views up. Leave the boy alone. I called him out the first time. Correct your information, fam. That's all you got to do. Correct your information. If not, let's have a debate on it. There's nothing wrong with debates. There's something wrong with debates that's not structured, that don't have judges and a moderator, because that's how professional debates are done, with judges and moderators. It's not the Apollo where if the person is more livelier than you are and everybody, yeah, and boo you lose the debate. This ain't Showtime at the Apollo, man. Man, look, with that, I say peace. Peace.